Hello everybody, this is Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. Today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why, if you had a fire and you filed a claim with your insurance company, why it hasn't been paid in 30 days. Because a fire is the biggest claim you can have, and obviously the most important claim for you that you can have because of the damage and the severity of the damage. So the insurance company should do everything they possibly can to help you, and if they're not, that's a red flag and you should be worried. So my name's Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster in the state of Florida. Here's my cell phone, email, and website. If you have any questions, need some information, or need help with a claim, if you live in Florida, you need help with a claim, and would like me to represent you, here's how you can get a hold of me. Okay, so the number one reason why I see the delay in the insurance company doing anything, I shouldn't say number one reason, but this is one of the reasons, is a fire department report. Now, I did a quick search on YouTube to see who's making and who's doing fire damage report or claim videos. I saw an insurance agent, I saw an architect, I saw a contractor, obviously I've seen an attorney, but so I'm wondering, have these people ever handled a fire damage claim? See, I've handled plenty of claims before, and I worked for the insurance company years and years and years ago, handling these type of claims. So I know what goes into it. I know the forensic analysis behind it. And these people are just making general um, opinions and thoughts on how you file your fire damage claim and what you need to do. And I'm like, oh boy, some of the advice that I've seen on this, not to get on a tangent, is just bad advice. So obviously an attorney and a public adjuster are the two people who you want to see, who knows, handles, and is in the process of these type of claims. Listen, again, this is the biggest, most important claim you'll ever have. Why would you listen to an architect or an insurance agent is beyond me. However, let's get back to the fire department report. My little rant is over. So normally what you'll see on a fire department report is that they may or may not do a deep forensic investigation. That's important because of this point. So a lot of times, 50% of the time, you're going to find when you get the report, and you should get the report ASAP, you should talk to the fire staff that's on the premise at the time if you're there. When will this report be done? When can I come get it? Very important to get that report ASAP because a lot of times, like I mentioned, more than 50% of the times, the cause is going to be unknown. This is a trigger for the insurance company. It's a trigger, okay, let's bring in our fire expert. As soon as they bring in their fire expert, red flag, your antenna should go up. They're not going to be there to help you. They're going to find and try to find a way to either minimize what they have to pay you or deny you altogether. Again, any of my videos you watch, anybody that the insurance company has as far as a preferred contractor, anybody who they hire to bring to your house to take a look at things are there for one reason, to protect the insurance company and try to hurt you. I can't stress this enough. So another important thing that I've seen over the years when it comes to fire damage claims and when they get paid out, how they get paid out, if a company is looking after the individual, has to do with the quality of the company. And you wouldn't think this will be a factor. You would think, okay, well, for car insurance, if I have just any insurance company, if I get into a wreck, they'll pay it. But with homeowners insurance and with fire damage claims, the quality definitely matters. Now in Florida, a lot of people can't necessarily pick their insurance company because of the simple fact we have such a limited amount of companies available to us here in August of 2020, or I'm sorry, September of 2022. Over the past 2 years, it's been very difficult for people, but everywhere else, You do have a choice more than likely, and the quality of the company, if it comes a fire damage claim, is very important. So the quality is gonna of the company is going to lead whether or not they pay for things up front, like to put you in a hotel, to pay for some of your food, to give you upfront money. So the quality matters. And this is a big factor. The insurance company, if you've been displaced and it's a fire, again, which is the most important, biggest life-changing event for people as far as damage to your home, a fire, they should be in constant contact with you once a week. If you're not hearing from them once a week about what they can do for you, how you doing, what can we help you with, red flag, be worried. Be very worried. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So really the third reason why your claim hasn't been paid in 30 days or started that process is because of coverage questions. So if we go back to the fire department report, if it says unknown, then that's obviously going to take longer. And they're going to try and find ways to deny coverage or try to find a way to blame you, believe it or not. In the YouTube description, I'm going to put 2 other videos that I have with regards to fire damage claims, and it talks about different cases I've been involved in that the insurance company comes back and blames it on the homeowner. So especially with fires, they're very fraudulent driven. They're very arsenic driven when it comes to fires, thinking that the people probably had an incentive or reasons why. That's the first thing that goes through their mind. So they're actually doing the you're guilty until we can prove you innocent rather than vice versa. They do the, well, how can we deny this claim rather than how can we find coverage for this claim. So with the coverage questions, they're going to take a methodical approach to examine the fire department report, have their expert take a look at everything, and the recorded statement from you. This is going to be one of the first things they do. And they're going to ask a lot of questions. Now, they just have a format, and it's a format that's written by their home attorneys, home-based attorneys, what we call in-house attorneys. I call them home-based, with a fire damage claim, and they'll just read off. And it's, number one, to find out what is your intent. Okay, was there intent? In other words, they're going to ask you financial questions. Were you late on any bills? They may even ask you to sign a form giving them authorization to take a look at your bank statements, credit card statements, anything with regards to financial, water bills, right? Cable bills. It's about the intent. Okay, now let's say you're perfectly up fine, you have no financial concerns, you're up to date on everything, you have a $500,000 house. This still comes into play. For instance, different avenues. Have you recently got a divorce, right? Are you going through some type of mental? That form sometimes includes, I've seen different ones, the ability for them to get medical records, all right? So listen, again, they're going to try and find every way, if they can, to minimize their payment or deny the claim, especially with these fire damage claims. So let's wrap this up. If you haven't seen any type of help or very little from the insurance company in the first 30 days, I'd seek help immediately. Immediately. I always wonder why people put so much trust in the insurance company to do the right thing. Listen, you should know right off the bat, if you're reporting a fire claim and they're not saying, hey, can we put you in a hotel? Can we give you money up front? That's a concern. Now, they did that 20 years ago, but this ain't 20 years. This is a totally different environment we deal with insurance companies. All right, totally different. And I'm just always amazed why people think, I don't care what state you live in, what city, why people think the insurance company is going to do the right thing. That blows my mind. I always say this, and not to get on a tangent or a rant again, but an auto claim is so different from a homeowner's claim. If you had an accident, they repaired it right away, and you're like, boy, this is a great experience, that doesn't take and carry over into home. Trust me, from the Allstates to the Progressives to the State Farms, how they deal with the car is totally different how they deal with homeowners insurance. Trust me on this. Okay, you should seek help if you haven't seen much in 30 days, because of this is the important part too. You want somebody who's going to be able to document everything, to guide you for a better settlement and prevent bad things from happening to you. Meaning, not that something physically, but what I'm saying, bad things when it comes to the claim. You have no idea. Your recorded statement could totally jeopardize everything. And you may be so innocent to say, well, I don't know what happened. I plugged in this certain object, and I went to go take a shower. I went to the grocery store, and I came back, and the house is on fire. You have no idea how impactful that can be towards your claim, right? So, again, I've said this a few times. The home fire is the biggest claim you will ever have, ever. So, it's important that you do things the right way. Listen to the proper guidance and document everything, right? All this is going to be important because of the size of the claim and the importance of the claim and the impact this claim can have on your life. So I'm just dumbfounded when there's a fire and people don't get themselves a proper representation, and then they end up in a lawsuit for 5 years when all that could have been easily taken care of by a professional, a public adjuster or attorney right from the start. You got to be careful, as I always say, with the attorney contracts, because they can charge a much larger fee. But in the end, it's about making sure that at least you have the proper representation to guide you, help document things, and put you in the right position that you can get a larger settlement than what would have been if you had done it yourself. So my name's Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjuster. I'm a licensed public adjuster in Florida. Here's how you can get a hold of me: by cell phone, email. Here's a website if you want, my website if you want more information. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.